What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. My name is Vasundhara Talware. I'm your yoga lifestyle expert and a transformation coach. And I'm going to talk about what is love really. Really. You feel nice when you're with someone. You feel pretty, more beautiful, special, heard, yeah, treated well. You feel carefree, you feel on top of the world. That's so much more. There's so much more that you feel when you are in love with that one person, two people, three people, whoever, how many ever there are in your life. And they need not be always in the form of lovers. They could be your friends, they could be your parents, they could be your children for that matter, or your neighbor, or your professor, who knows, some star in the movie that you've just come out watched and are in love with that person for whatever reason. And it need not always be a person. It could be an object. You love your house, my home. I love my home because I feel special in this. I feel loved. I feel warm in my house. It could be an object as simple as your watch. Oh, you're so attached to it. It shows you the time and it shows you the correct time every day. And you love the watch for whatever the brand it is, the color it is, the way it looks, the way you look with it, and all of that. However, have you noticed what's common in all of this? Let me ask you one thing. It's these objects and these people in your life that make you feel a certain way. And when they stop making you feel a certain way, you switch off. You conclude that there is no love anymore because you stop feeling that way with them. So what is common in all of this? Your feelings. So you feel a certain way with one person, the other person, the third person, with an object, with a circumstance, with a situation, with the community, with the society. You feel a certain way. And your feelings change as per the actions or inactions taken by the objects, the people, the circumstances outside of you. So don't you think you're putting too much stress on the other to perform to make you feel a certain way? Think about it. What if I ask you to take control of the way you feel and not put 100% responsibility of how you feel over the other person or an object? For example, if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend and he or she don't call you for 2 days, that makes you feel miserable. You call them and they don't answer. That makes you feel even more miserable. What's the feeling? Misery. Can you replace that miserable feeling by something else on your own without that element called a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a boss or a child who's far away in another country, doesn't call you? It could be anyone in your life. Can't you replace that feeling of misery with something else and obtain the joy from whatever else you can obtain it from? This is rule number 1. Self-love. What is it that gives you joy? What are you after all? What are you after? You are after your feeling. You feel nice with someone, therefore you want that someone in your life. Not the other way around. You would not want that someone in your life if you were in pain. Because you were enjoying the feeling with that person, with the object, therefore you want that in your life. I am suggesting humbly, I urge you to consider creating that feeling on your own without stressing upon that one person, say 2 people, 3 people, and having them create that for you. And what better than the practice of yoga. All the feelings that give you the high are possible in the practice of yoga. You don't need anything, you don't need anyone. It's just a natural high that you can create on your own using your kaya, that is your own body. You don't need external stimulants ever, ever. You are good on your own. And in that, with the whole process of you being joyful all the time, 24/7, won't it be that anybody would want to join hands with you and come to you and share the love that you have to offer, feel loved, and then quadruple and multiply the love that you both, or a whole team of people, or how much ever, whatever situation you are in, can create? Won't that be wonderful? Therefore, the importance of self-love, and list out all the things that you love doing. I love yoga. That gives me a lot of joy. I am joyful all the time. I'm very rarely miserable or disturbed. Of course, I'm human, so I'm disturbed too. But I quickly snap out of it because I have my practice of yoga to fall back on. I am not putting any pressure. I'm not stressing on one person or two people in my life. For example, my parents. I wouldn't want them to constantly give me their strength and give me encouraging words and make me feel better. Again, feel. I'm looking at feeling better. How can I feel better on my own? I'm not going to expect this to be taken care of by the world outside of me. Same thing. Love yourself and do what you love precisely so that you don't end up feeling miserable because of one or two people or three or four people in your life. Hope you've learned something from this video and incorporate that in your life. Do what you love. Life is too short, too precious to be miserable. You have to be joyful, please. And yoga works for me. I hope you take it up, experience it for yourself, and stop being miserable. Be joyful all the time. That's how it should be. And watch, everybody else would love to be in your company because you're joyful. Not the other way around. You would not be looking at someone because you're needy, because you're hungry, because you're miserable. How's that? Cool, right? So, happy yoga. Love you. Mwah. Please share if you've liked this video with your loved ones so they also experience the joy that I would like them to experience in their lives too. Keep sharing.